How's it going, everyone? So today I'm going to talk about fitness myths that you probably believe. So before we begin, please subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. I do appreciate the support. It helps my channel grow. Also, if you're interested in online personal training from me or buying some cool fitness gear, have a look in my description box for all of those details. So I'm going to say a few statements that a lot of people believe, and then I'm just going to answer them in what is proper, you guys. So I'll go over a few questions and I'll give reasoning behind each. So the first one that a lot of people think is the reason you are sore in the gym is because of lactic acid buildup making your muscles sore. Now, I used to believe this too, you guys, for the longest time. This is actually incorrect. So what causes it? What causes your muscles to be sore? So lactic acid buildup has nothing to do at all with delayed onset muscle soreness, which is also known as DOMS. So DOMS is caused actually by doing eccentric loading, which is called negatives, you guys. So if you do a bench press and you allow it to come down and a spotter helps you lift it, that would be a negative. If you're doing a pull-up and you allow yourself to come down, that, you guys, is also eccentric loading. That's a negative as well. If you're doing barbell curls, you got the muscle here, you allow it to come down, that is your negative. So DOMS, again, is caused by eccentric loading. It's also caused by doing exercises that you are not used to. So let's say you have never in your life done dumbbell flies, ever. Never. You start doing dumbbell flies, you're going to get some delayed onset muscle soreness because your muscles are not used to that new stimulation. There's a different angle, there's different fibers being used. You're going to get a little bit of delayed onset muscle soreness if you used enough resistance, you guys. So that's another reason how you can get DOMS. So again, you're not doing an exercise that you're not used to, also a new variation in your program. So then what happens is you create micro tears in the muscle. And again, your body actually uses lactate as a fuel. It doesn't actually use it. It's not because you're getting sore. So that's just a common myth, you guys. Again, lactic acid has nothing at all to do with delayed muscle soreness. You actually use lactic acid for a fuel source. So let's go over the second question. Food quality over food quantity. Now, you hear this all the time. If it fits your macros, if it fits your macros. Now, I'm saying right now, I love if it fits your macros, you guys. It's very good, but a lot of people don't actually understand the meaning of if it fits your macros. So I'm going to talk about food quality over food quantity. So calories do actually matter, as so does the quality of the food you are eating. It's actually harder for your body to add fat if the excessive amount of calories you eat per day are protein as opposed to carbs or fat. The reason for this is because our bodies love to use up protein. On the other hand, our bodies store fat and carbs very easily. So to say we can eat whatever we want as long as we hit our calories for the day is very incorrect, you guys. Even if you are bulking, I would highly recommend that you take the clean way of doing it and bulk at a slower pace with only a few pounds of body weight gain per month, as well as tracking every calorie and getting good quality food sources. Now, here's the thing. If you eat whatever you want, as long as you hit your calories, that's not actually if it fits your macros. If it fits your macros is, yes, you're hitting your macros, but I like to think of it too as getting all your micronutrients as well. Now, I can get my macros very, very easily by eating awful foods, you guys. Like hamburgers, french fries, I can do all that. Drink like 2 liters of Coke and still get all my macronutrients, no problem. But the micronutrients we're not getting. We need micronutrients. We need our magnesium, we need our vitamin A, our vitamin C, our vitamin D, our vitamin E. We need our potassium, our sodium ratios to be correct so we get the proper electrolyte balance. We need our fiber. We need so many different things, our vitamin B6, B12, so many different vitamins and minerals that you need, you guys, that you can't really get if you're eating very bad foods because those bad foods simply do not have them. So food quality is important for basic thermogenics, you guys, basic just building muscle. Then I guess no, as long as calories in and calories out are there. But the way you feel also has an impact on how you build muscle. If I eat 5,000 calories and I'm getting all the proper micronutrients, you're eating 5,000 calories and you're not getting the right micronutrients, my performance in the gym is going to destroy yours and I'm going to be feeling way better. So yes, calories are the same, but your performance may be a little bit different in the gym. I may make some new PRs, you may not. So that is also going to allow you to get bigger muscle growth. If you're not performing in the gym, you're not going to get new muscle gains. Doesn't matter what your calories are. So I know it's a little bit of a up and down. It's kind of a little confusing with the whole if it fits your macros, but again, in my opinion, it's always better to go food quality over food quantity, you guys. Always better. So number 3 is crunches are a good way to get a six-pack. Now, crunches do have their place in developing the rectus abdominals. And again, your rectus abdominals are just your abdominal muscles, you guys. The proper word is rectus abdominals. There are a few caveats, though, that you need to take into consideration, though. You must progressively overload on the crunch at some point in your training to continue to develop your rectus abdominal muscles. This can be as easy as switching up the variation to make it a little bit harder, doing more reps to a certain extent, and adding some weight, some resistance, you guys. So you can also make the movement harder by adding range of motion to it as well, such as doing crunches on a decline bench, taking shorter rest periods, or even supersetting the crunch with another exercises. There are numerous ways to overload, you guys, numerous. Diet must also be in check, you guys. You have got to be pretty lean to see the complete rectus abdominal muscles, you guys. Depending on the maturity of your muscles and how developed they are, depends on what body fat percentage you will need. For example, if you have extremely developed abs, you may see a six-pack at 18% body fat. Take a lot of the strongmen, you guys. They're 18, 20, 22, 24% body fat. They got crazy abs, big chunky abs. They stick out. That is because their abs are developed from doing a ton of overhead pressing, you guys, because strongman incorporates a lot of overhead pressing. If you want to be good at overhead pressing, your core has got to be tight. It's as simple as that. But if your abs are not developed, so you take some of these skinny teenagers, they're 120 pounds, they're like 5% body fat, 6% body fat. They don't got any fat on them, but they're flat stomach. They got no abs. Like, if you guys can see my abs, them you just see flat. It's completely flat, and they wonder, well, they're reading these magazines. They're like, well, I'm 6%, 7% body fat. Why do my abs not look like them? It's because their abs are developed. They've built up muscle in their abs over years and years of training, you guys. So for those guys, I mean, even 6, 7% body fat might not be enough. So just saying that you can get abs by having body fat percentage is incorrect. So again, crunches are a good way to get a six-pack. Isn't necessarily the best thing that I would say, in my opinion. I would say that crunches are good to some degree, but you need more than crunches, and you need a better way of programming them than just simply doing crunches. You can't just simply do 100 body weight crunches every single day and hope to get crazy ab development. You need a little bit of programming, you guys, just a little bit. And again, you don't need anything fancy. It can literally be swapping out a crunch with, say, a flutter kick, or doing a crunch then a flutter kick right after, or putting some ankle weights on your ankles and doing the crunch or the flutter kicks and then the ab crunches. There's hundreds and thousands of different ways that you can progress. So just don't limit your thinking on how you can progress. Just find a little bit different way. Just vary it up a little bit. You guys will get the results. Easy peasy. End of video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please like the video and share it. Have a great day, everyone.